let's unleash ourselves. All right, everybody, you could speak about whatever you want to talk about. No holding back. You can ask any questions now. We're good. We're free. We're
All
free now
right.
that we're here on the latest chapter. Say hi to YouTube. This will be on YouTube later. And man,
I have two
this one
things
was good.
important.
This one was good. No, I gotta start off with something unserious though. Does she
Okay,
have
I do too.
suspendium
Yes,
in her
that's what I was
hair
gonna say.
to like
Yes,
make it float upward? Is that
yes.
what that is?
That is one of the most clever things I've seen
That is
SIU
so raw.
design.
That is so
Yes,
raw. That is so raw. I love that. I'm like, is that suspendium? I said,
yes.
yo, is she keeping her hairstyle like that with that crystal? I like that. That was sick. That moved me tremendously. I had to start off with that. I had to.
Clever,
Yes.
clever.
Very good.
Laura, her name's Laura.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is with her, and because I think there's a mistranslation on the other chapter because Kide called Bodan his grandfather,
Mm-hmm.
but she said Laura's my aunt and I'm cousins to the twin princesses. So I assume in Laura and this was like grandfather or whatever. So I'm like, I think Laura's supposed to be like the actual daughter of Bodan. Not like I guess it matters that much,
Mm.
but this entire like kidnapping thing is like weird. I feel like I kind of need this explained to me because Kaide tells them you let Aunt Laura be used as a hostage. Then we get to this point where Tamare's like kidnap her or she's going to die, which I assume that means the house that she's at was going to get just destroyed. And it's just like, so what is this entire thing happening right here? Like, what is this?
Yeah, we gotta talk about that because that was the condition. The Rizzler on the roof. So I'm gonna get to that in a second. I'm with you. It's a super strange thing. It is weird, but okay. Actually, I'm unleashed now. Okay, so what I believe the whole reason that again. So now I can finally talk to you why I think Trauma Ray is like plotting. Sea Snake.
Yeah.
Sea Snake is the contingency that he has, no matter what, to somehow win. I think that might be like low key, like even maybe low key stronger than Yuri. So the idea was for Bam to kidnap Lilial's mom, probably to keep Lilial in check, so she shouldn't try or do anything stupid to defy him. In addition to basically, yo, Sea Snake, yo, FUG Slayer candidate took what's precious to you, and maybe he'll just come and body everybody, leaving Bam alive, and be like, well, guess Bam's to my family. Like to me, it seems like she's a means to an end. But he told Bam, if you don't kidnap her, she will just die. But he did say that the fate for everybody here has already been kind of set, and it's death.
Okay, so I'm kind of with you. Like, I think Sea Snake is the contingency for all the non-princesses and stuff.
Yeah.
But like with this thing, I'm with Scope, where he's like, is this the general, the field marshal being put in question? And that's when I'm going back to the Kaide thing of like, are you really on our side? Is this really just
Actually,
like a military thing?
That's a good thing to consider. Actually, you're right.
Yeah.
Maybe they were somewhat dissenting from the Lopabia family or doing, Okay, actually, that's a good
Because
point.
I don't, because
I didn't consider that
Laura as
variable.
a hostage.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, did he put his own daughter up as a hostage, as like a thing to the Poe Badal family to be like, I'm on your side. You can do whatever you want with my daughter as like my token of loyalty. And Tramoray knew this, and he's like, I'm getting her out of there so he can't use that as a piece to like be on the Gustang side.
Mm-hmm.
And like as a result of that, she won't die now. And as it'll be like, as you kind of said, now that I have her close to me, I can also just use her to more easily control the law.
No,
And
it's a
if
good
need
point.
be,
It's
point the
actually
blame
three
onto
birds
Bam.
with one stone, not one,
Yeah,
not two. So it's so like you're right. So the mom
it would be the
gets Sea
general.
Snake here. Now
Yeah.
Lilial will not do anything, unhinged. At least you would assume that. And then with the big breeder, ultimate trainer guy, or whatever that was talking about with his great grandson, yeah, they're related. So maybe if he was thinking about dissenting from the army for whatever reason, now we really can't do it. It's like, hey, we heard that you were going away from the army, doing this, doing that. Hey, look at this. Consider this. Just show a picture
Yeah.
of her being in his cut. Yeah, okay. I still wonder why he couldn't do it himself, but maybe he did that just to test Bam a little
because
bit. But
it might be as you just said. Like one, it could be the test, but it could also be as you were kind of saying earlier. He could just use it to pin on Bam if Bam does anything he doesn't like, and it's like
mhm.
I can just tell people you kidnapped a member of my family.
I do.
Yeah,
It does come across to me in some ways. He in this competition, his plan is to have anyone he doesn't like just get bodied.
yeah. That's another thing too.
It's not even like, okay, you guys lost, go back through the gate. It's like you're all dead. Like so. Damn,
So
SIU really writing different because Bam Finn kidnapped Lalal's mother and didn't give a F. He calmly talked to her after kidnapping the mom. Is this a real dark change because it's moving me? Here's what I'll say about that. I do think a lot of us are like thinking like to me, this is not a jarring change in his character. He's just starting to understand how you have to. Sometimes you're gonna have to do things to maneuver in the tower to go up. That's just the way it is, and he stopped being super goody two shoes about it. And I think it's about goddamn time. Secondly, the alternative was she just died. So as far as he was concerned, at least kidnapping her or bringing her here into the room would keep her alive. So in his mind, it's just a lesser of two evils. It's like, do I just let this random woman get bodied, or do I kidnap her and she's around and maybe figure out what I can do after the fact? That's kind of how I took it. You know, it makes more sense why Lala was talking back to Traumray. He didn't just turn into dust. I don't think he was offended by that. I think he was just like, what? You think you're just like, okay, all right, like relax, calm down. Like she was just excited. I don't think it was like a disrespect thing. I don't think he cared like that, but it's possible. I definitely think the reason why Hodge's song didn't get smoked was because, man, people were confusing Sea Snake with the Snake Charmer. No, I think something is consider this. Definitely feels like that. Okay, yeah. So that's
the,
all fine and dandy. Go ahead.
this is another thing. This is this going on to like the later stuff where earlier Trumray said anybody that's not a princess is going to die that come here, which was one I think in response to like Hajin Sung bringing in people that he shouldn't, but also even to like other family heads that might be doing things. But my question would be like, would this include like non princesses that are helping the princesses in the family? Like like there's the two Lopabia people that we get introduced to that we can talk about that are helping her. But since they're not princesses, are their role also to die? Even though they're part of the Lopabia family?
Yes. Unless one of them are significant and important. And by the way, that one person just a nigga. So
That shit was
as
funny.
Koyop.
what killed me about it is become like, wait a minute, you're a breeding merchant. You know you can't breed with the same sex, right? Like what? Maybe there's some freak ass creatures in here that can. I don't know. Maybe Zamzam different. He got eggs.
That shit was funny because it was like, isn't that a man though? And it's
He's like, yo, love, that don't matter for love. I'm like, you're not wrong, but I don't
but
think. Is it up to you or is it up to man? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's funny because it's just like, why'd you have to make him so burly? Like,
but no, my thing was I couldn't tell like whether it was like is this a man? But it was like a woman, like a trans. They was trying to make a joke.
With an R in the tower, I'm involved. I'm in there.
Yeah, then it was like, nah, straight up, I'm a nigga. Straight up, I'm a nigga. I was like, hey, yo. That shit had me geeky. I was hollering. I said, oh, what?
Yeah. So that was kind of funny. So Laura's, this is Laura. She's like, the patriarch is looking for you. They also sent a dugong for your transport. She's like, and Lil Al-Zahar has arrived on the mothership. Secretly obtained information suggests the Slayer candidate is with her. What should we do? The general. You think that's the dude with the
field
big
marshal,
tree, with the big tree? Yeah.
Koban. Koban.
Yeah. Lobadon's granddaughter.
Loban, I'm sorry.
Lobadon grabbed the granddaughter, Lilial's mother. Laura's fire. She's elegant as hell. She's like, how can I not go when my daughter is here? I'll ride on the Dugon and go to the Lord. Then she's sitting there chilling. She has shoe. He like in the shoe panels now, eh? It comes down. Who was this? Wait. He's like, what the hell are you here for? Bodies that guy with a reverse floor control or fast skip. You, who sent you here right now? I don't belong to anyone in particular. Someone in chat, but Back to the Bone pointed out that his eyes are covered in the same way that Violi was doing it. I wonder if that's one of those things where like That's actually a really I'm mad I didn't notice it, but that's a really good artistic choice to show that like maybe like I don't say he's channeling Violi to do bad things, if you will, but it's just representative of that when he was supposed to be like a quote unquote bad guy, so to speak. So that's actually kind of a cool
I
detail
actually
about
did
that.
notice it. I didn't, but I was like, I don't know if this is just me bugging out.
Oh, okay. But yeah, then he's thinking about it like, isn't that kidnapping? He's like, even if you don't take her, she's destined to die for me anyways. Like, why on earth would you make me do this? And he kind of just moves on, right? So, and after Kira's like, my lord, the regular has taken Lilial. We finna get Edward and his creations out of here. What? Oh,
That's him.
oh, I seen a. I'm thinking in the corner like, I don't know what that is. What is that? All right, thank you. Oh, well, I know that. So yeah, they take leak. Now he's like, now leak information to the family heads and Lobadan, and also to the sea snake about Laura's kidnapping. So I think your assessment, Miles, was the right one. Like you saw how that one move kind of shackles three different people in a way. So which is super dope.
Mm-hmm.
Off topic, but I can't believe we waited almost 5 years for Yuri and Zahar convo, only for it to be screened. Well, I wasn't particularly thinking we're gonna get that off rip. I think that's one of those things where like when it's significant, it'll appear, or like the okay. So someone might, as I'm saying this, if you remember where this line comes from, try to like steer me in the right direction. But didn't Yuri and have a conversation with Endorsi about basically one day you'd have to pick a side, whether you want to be a princess
Yes.
or go with Baam? I think that's true for Yuri as well. I think in some way she was projected that onto her because I think that's true of both of them. So I can see that conversation being happening when Yuri decides F being in the army, F maybe the Hoff family. Not like I hate them, but like I'm going to follow Baam. And maybe Zahar's words at that point pop. I think when it's irrelevant, it'll come up. I wasn't too pressed about not getting that immediately. Do I think Chalmers? I think Chalmers has a lot of kids. I don't think he just has a couple. I think he has a lot of kids. I was confused by the chest armor. I was too. I thought there was like it looked like a breastplate armor to me. But go ahead.
I think it is just breastplate armor. That's what I took it as. Who do you think would be more? Who do you think would be? I guess would be both of them probably would, but I this might just be me like being like the Endorsi fan, but I think I'm more confident in Endorsi turning down the princess than Yuri.
I am too. Yuri's position, I could see Yuri just using her position and more so being a planter or a spy though, but really not working with them or for them. But my point is that's a conflict that she also has to go through.
Yes, I agree. I completely agree.
Yeah, that's my bigger point. But family heads be effing. They got nothing better to do. I feel it. Wasn't it Garam who said that? Maybe it was Garam. Maybe it was the floor of death, Lord. But my point was just kind of. Oh, I think maybe Garam did say that to her, not Yuri. So yeah, thank you. My point was just I just wanted to highlight that scene because I think like that's for Endorsi right now. That's probably become super duper true. So yeah,
I need her to win. I need Endorsi to win.
None of them. I think she'll win the competition, but I don't think that's not Bam's love interest. So, it don't matter.
If it's actually Adori, I'm gonna be mad because
But do I get credit for saying this years ago? I said this like 3 years ago. I want credit. I want my flowers. I want everybody. I want everyone to tweet at me. Now I was right. If I'm right,
this might be one of those things. We might as well just have a harem. He's gonna be a family head anyway. Like he's gonna have multiple wives.
Now you're talking. See, I'm gonna do on cheeks, baby.
He might as well have the harem. He might as well just have the harem.
Yeah. Hey. Okay. You look like you were coming from somewhere. Where have you been? Who knows? I like how like standoffish they are. I actually think that SIU has he has half a mind to turn it into like almost like a little romance thing. Don't do it. She's not moving me, bro. I don't need Endorsi versus Lalal for like Bam's love. And she's like, oh, he's so strong, and maybe now he's kind of handsome. Nah, I don't want that. But I like how standoffish they are. He's like, who knows? I heard you can't get out of there without the family head. Was it concerning to Lord? Bam's like ignoring her. Are you listening? He's like, hey, I'm asking you. He's like, if you're curious, just go ask him yourself, man. He's like, leave me alone, bro.
I think that may be my favorite part of the entire thing because it be busting my head how these strong ass MCs and characters just be getting beat up by somebody ain't nowhere near their level. I got no type of power. I'm like, all right, bro, that trope mad annoying. So for this nigga, be as strong as he is, and this bitch don't really matter. He don't care about her. Him not even entertaining her is very refreshing because it's like, all right, nigga, ask yourself, you being annoying. You're not cool. You're not on my level. Stop talking to me. I like it. The new energy, I'm feeling it. Keep it up.
Nah, I was right. Yep. And Darcy is so annoying. The first thing she does is try to punch Bam, assuming something wrong, even though they are not in a relationship. You just reminded me of a tweet that I saw yesterday where someone was like, I hope you had fun shaking ass on that dude on stage. I guess it was a rapper. And she's like, yes, I did. I had a great time. And they weren't even in a relationship. I was like, why did he say it? Why did you tweet that? Anyways, sorry. I'd be okay with the hero group. At this point, I think it almost makes more sense, but it is what it is.
Honestly,
I see them giving Bam like, no, Bam's the one who will really fall in love and never cheat, and he's a righteous good boy. They're gonna go that
that's
route.
what Viola and Arlene did, I guess. Because
I will take double A Kun. It's explicit about a princess, so he disqualified. I wonder if Bam is really going to oppose Jihad, or if he will continue the status quo. He'll oppose him. He'll change the tower. Honestly, Bam is getting a hero would make sense. Bam being polite to everyone except Lilal has me dying low key. The man's spiteful, right? I agree with that. And like every time someone's like, oh, even when the man was like, hey, nice to meet you, like when he say groom contested, he was like, hi, like yes, nice to meet you, like very polite. Since he's like met Lilal, he's been pretty standoffish, which is funny. He's like, I don't like you.
yeah, they were eating like lunch or whatever, and she was talking. He's like, I'm not.
Yeah, he's like, he's not paying her any mind. Like he's like, yo, can I eat in peace? Like, shut up. Like he literally is me at like lunch in like the lunchroom at like a work or something. Like, don't talk to me, bro. Like,
He's like,
go
where you been
away.
at? I don't know. I don't know where I've been.
Like, oh, so like, oh, working hard or hardly working. Like, don't talk to me, please. I don't care. Take
That's
all
why I
these hard
kidnapped your
shoes and wear them
mom.
out.
What?
Oh man, like Ben's like, yo, it's your dad. Go talk to him. Leave me alone. So Zamzam, the goat, comes on screen. So I have something to tell you. Come to the lobby. And he's like, sorry to bring her together. Did the meal suit your taste? You see, like this is what I talk about when I talk about small attention to detail. He's still a hotel manager, and he's still, even though he has this role with what Trauma wants him to do, he's still doing Lopo be a manager thing. I mean, hotel manager things. He's like, all right, so we're here. Oh, by the way, did you enjoy your meals? Was it to your liking? I'm like, bro, I like this guy. I don't know. Zamzam is.
And they're
the
like,
one.
it's good, and he's like, thank you, Mosquito.
Yes, right. Like I haven't had
thank
Lopo being food in a long time. Like, yes, Mosquito, thank you. I love that. So, anyways, yeah. So people are here. He's like, that's fast. He's like, yeah. Some of them are for the family. Blah blah blah. Branch family has. They're not people who would be interested in this. And then the door opens. It's like, Princess Lala, we're here to help you. And there's someone that she went to like kindergarten with. And I'm like, kindergarten alumni? Like, what? What was she on? You're a freak.
No, that was funny. That was
she's
actually
scary.
funny.
No, she's scary, bro. She a freak. I don't like her.
So they would also have to be regulars, I would assume, if they're the same age.
I literally have no idea. I don't have to tell you. I don't have to tell you this point. Because if Yuri's possibly coming, high ranker is going to be there anyways. But maybe everyone that's Trauma Ray wanted to come is a regular.
Well, I'm saying at least this girl, because she's the same age. Like, she can't be a ranker.
Oh, yeah. She couldn't have surpassed Lilal. You're right.
Yeah.
That's a good.
So we went to Grizzly Bear class, bro. What?
And Bam goes, she has friends with that type of personality in his head? I'm like, Bam, why you dissing, bro? He puts no respect on her name. Like, he couldn't believe someone with a cheery, bubbly, upbeat personality would be thing. I think they are lying. I think Trauma Ray sent them as spies. That's interesting, Infinite. That's interesting to think about.
I just thought of this.
Go ahead.
Do you think her mentioning Grizzly Bear class would be like a reference to the family they're from?
Yeah, the Grizzly Bear family.
From the Grizzly Bear family?
Yeah, yes. I was going to go there. Yes, 100%.
Okay. I just thought of that.
Yeah, I think, and like now, I don't know what her ears are signifying. I don't know if they're real or not, or they're like streamer, e-girl, bathtub, and whatever, headphones. And then one of the parts that killed me, the funniest panel is "Greetings, princess." Greetings, princess. Like, bro, don't you come in my face looking like that and say that to me. She's like, oh shit, you frightened me. What the hell is this punk? And he got the little flower, the little heart headband in his hair. I like it. I like all the design. His eyes were glowing too. I'm like, yeah, it was cool. I am Koyup. Registered as a bride candidate. Isn't he a man? He's like, Oppa be a Koyup. I am a man. Why is a man here? Gender doesn't matter in love. Greetings. But he's got a like big titty test breastplate on. He got boobs. He got moobs.
Yeah, that shit threw me
He
for
got
a loop.
mitts.
I swear to God, I was cracking
He
up.
got mitts. He got mitts
Well,
over
since he
there.
Yeah, he calls himself a man, so I just think he's just female presenting. So he's just wearing armor that
Okay,
you know.
that was my guess.
Yeah, because like when some people like don't be wearing like aren't like fit, but like it's like that like comedy thing. Like why yo armor have abs? Why does your armor have abs?
At first,
It's like
I thought they
that.
were trying to make I thought they was making a joke about him being so muscular as a woman. Because you know how like Ivanka had her buff form and niggas like, oh, she a nigga now. So I was like, oh, it's like a joke. Like, why is this woman so swole? He was like, nah, I'm a man. I was like, oh, okay.
I thought it was a swole buff girl too, but I like this more. This is funnier. I like this.
Koya about to go crazy. I know.
I was about to say, this is my dark horse.
This is my dark horse.
That's my dark horse, bro. Yo, you gonna go far in this competition. I believe. I believe.
I don't like the law, but Koya, I actually like. I get.
Yeah. I actually like the other girl less. She was too upbeat. I don't like upbeat people like that. I'm telling you, the rest of the family heads are sending cannon fodder to get turned into packed up. Oh, I wonder why though. I guess, but anyway, so these are bride candidates selected by the family heads of the local BIA. So like the branch leaders. That's what I'm guessing. So if you move on to the gate. They go to the gate, and then we start seeing some other people come out too. Like who else was the competition? So then we see I'm gonna throw them on screen real quick, but it looks like an up and coming journalist trying to get some clout and notoriety. Is this dude? I'm pretty sure. I thought he was the. I thought he was the. I won't lie to you. I saw blue like Rizz, no, but like I said round because I'm like, oh well, if men are coming, like maybe it could be Rand, but no, it wasn't Rand. And then he's like a journalist, so he's like, I came to cover it.
That's a girl. That's a girl, nah.
Oh, girls, my fault. He's
I
like,
I wasn't sure.
Il knock low pal. I can't tell, but yeah, I like the design. I like the hair. The hair looks like kind of like wings to me. I can't really explain it. I like the hair.
It does.
Yeah.
It's just this specific panel, but it gives me like not like old school cartoon vibes, but do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like it almost seems like not Tower of God-ish, but like it does at the same time. It's like really hard to explain.
Yeah, it's a cool design. Is that the Sayer candidate and Princess Liz Al Jahar? I'm Ilknock from Tower News. I said Tower News. Okay, we got Tower News here. Yes, sir. Can I ask you for an interview later? And after the thing was like, all right, like. K-op said, all right. I was like, who's talking to you? So yeah, that was funny as hell. I'm not the princess. I really like this part. I thought it was kind of funny. So Naya, did you just assume incorrectly her gender? I guess, don't cancel me or whatever. I can't believe FUG sent out someone to marry Baam. That was kind of funny. But I wonder if FUG was just worried. Like Hajin Sung sent these out, so I wonder if you ever like this is like probably not the case. But you wonder if like Hajin Sung had some weird secret thing, so like anyone from FUG would know it was him that sent it, or not?
Got to.
I would say like yeah, but at the same time, like we know, information is a weird thing in this town. These people don't really know what that is.
That's a fact.
I don't know.
That's a fact.
I don't know.
Mm.
Like FUG probably got a call. It's like, who has our private number?
They want to become a war correspondent, by the way. So yeah. So he's like, and none of the people who have come so far interested in marrying the candidate. Wait, can you move? Oh yeah, this panel's just like a girl. I could see some booba. Hello Slayer candidate. I thought they was wearing a mask, but I guess the cap part of the hat. What do they call that? The brim. The brim like comes really low. Trabi from FUG. Better to meet you. It's an honor to meet you. Remember, FUG is an honor for me too. Every time Bam just puts his head down to say it's an honor, I'm just like, he's being so polite. It's so funny because I know he does not want to. He's not here for it. He's not trying to like whatever. I got the Jotaro thing a bit from the hat to some degree, but it's not kind of Warren and Jotaro style. But I get that. I know why you'd associate the hat with Jotaro, so I feel it. I wonder if she'll produce big news like Morgan. So she's a capper. She'd be lying. They say she's a gossip. I don't know. So it's not impossible. Imagine Sophia pulls up to marry Bam, the elder. Oh nah, the girl from FUG. Wait, who is this? Who was the snake guy? By the way, we're gonna get there. I don't know who he is yet.
Relax, Hershey. We're gonna get to it.
You think it's Endorsi snake guy? I don't know yet.
That's what they meant earlier when they were talking about Snake Charmer.
Oh,
I don't think it's the same guy.
Neither do I. So there was a mercenary that's just fighting at the behest of the Lopabia family. Something Ipo. She's like, I came here because I heard that the Lopabia family is up to something funny. Then a daughter of the beast skin that was invaded by Fripa. A daughter of the family whose guardian animal was taken away by the Lopabia family. So Hemis Lime. Some clown-looking chick, Roko, a daughter who lost her family leader to the Lopabia being family. So they're just sending people who like don't like the Lopabia family. These members feels like the daughters of families who are unhappy with Lopabia. So like what's cooking in this melting pot? What's about to happen?
They're all
here?
about to die though.
True, but like
gonna die.
Yeah.
Like Snake is about to go crazy on them.
Yeah.
Oh, they're about to get destroyed. You can also just tell by their designs. I'm like, y'all not important.
You wonder if this is loose leg hiding their identity. Infinite, I gotta be honest with you. I truly, and I have like negative 10%. I believe that. Like, I really don't believe that. I would be shocked. I would be baffled. I would not believe my eyes if that was the case. I don't think so. I believe Loose Leg will reveal himself when Bam is actually next about ready to be able to step to like the heaviest hitters in the tower. I have a video talking about this, so I'm not gonna say too much, but having this conversation recently about FUG and whatnot, I'm at the point where I believe Loose Leg is playing the entire organization. The only point of FUG is for Bam to be nurtured a certain way, become the Slayer who can slit the throat of the king and kill Jihad. Everything else is a farce, is a ruse. Karaka being able to kill whatever, the Slayers having a family head to beat. I think all of that is fugazi. It's all for Bam, and I'll leave it at that.
Bro, if Drabby was fucking Loose Leg, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Roko was Harley Quinn at home. I feel that. Okay. So here's the voice. He makes it so I knew it was on Dorsey. Because I'll kill you. She looking fire. I like the skirt. I see the abs coming through. I like the shirt. He goes, on Dorsey, why are you here? Why am I here? Why? I said, that's because I want to ask you. So they both dodge her initial attack. She goes to punch him. He blocks it. Oh, wow, you're blocking it. And Dorsey, calm down for now. It's been a while. And I said, it's over for her. As soon as he did that, and I see this panel, I said, it's over. Creaming.
The Rizzler.
Moist.
Attack.
Wet. Liquid. Liquid? Like, it's like, oh yeah, she's done. She's cooked. Have you been well? She's like, well, I haven't been well. But, so... That was good. I like that. That was a reunion that I approve of.
See, I would actually like one fight that I'm actually looking forward to would be an Endorsi and a Knack duo versus Lalal and Shalal. I think that would be a firefight. I'm into that.
That's on his.
That would be crispy.
That's moving me. Oh my, we were trying to looking kind of sweet. I never thought she was ugly. You guys remember the day? You should remember the chapter me and Simi were wilding when her and Huawei were in the bath. We're in the bath on the train, and we're like, "Yo, that bath water is drinkable as fuck."
You're sick.
I still think saying you would drink someone's bath water is crazy, bro. Like, no way. Like, that's nasty, fam. Yeah, since Season 3, I've thought the Slayers are just meant to be Bam's higher rankers, how the OG squad is sweet and sour. He'll have the Slayer team. That makes sense to me. That makes sense. So,
See,
Not the drinkable bathwater. Yeah, I'm saying the bathwater look drinkable. But I'm saying I'll never do that. I think the first time I heard about that was that one influencer. She was selling her bathwater. I'm like, for all you know, she just poured some water in, in a jug and sold it. But I'm not. I'm normalish.
you're not. Question.
Qu'est-ce que c'est votre
I don't-
question, mon ami?
but I'm trying to think. Have we talked about what family Anak's mother was probably from? Because I think it's Lopabia. I can't remember if we've had this convo before.
I don't think we've had this conversation, but considering she's a lizard, it just
Yeah, she's a
makes
lizard
the
person.
most sense. Unless there's some other family we don't know that has a very specific, unique view look like that. But I would be hard pressed not to believe that they're actually Lopabia.
So, do you think we could get some stuff with that here? When she pulls up, people might say something.
If we
How
didn't get
R.E.D might re-attack her. Honestly, I didn't even think about that.
well, I think Anak will appear because did Endorsi come by herself and answer the call, or did Anak come with her? Is the question.
They were in the ship together, so I think Anak is probably.
But what if Anak just dropped her off? So I ain't going.
I think Anak would want to fight the other princesses.
I feel that. It's a good question. I don't know though. You said, why is Shuri fighting Seikai goblins? I'm crying. I just saw someone selling farts. Ain't no. Actually, no. I believe it actually because I saw people sell. I saw some girl selling her urination for the nation. Goblin Slayer out. Yeah. She was messing up them goblins. I will see. Basically, if in my head at this point, SIU does not want to do anything with Anak until he's truly ready to tackle what happened with Anak's mother, specifically with Evan and getting put to the floor of death. In conjunction with maybe speaking about maybe the procedure in more in depth and the power and what there's one more component I'm not remembering right now for some reason, but I don't foresee it happening in this arc, but I would like that. Because I still think there's an opportunity for Elaine to have a really, really, really dope character moment here. It's her family, but I'm at the point where I do believe that the characters who have been introduced who are stronger moving forward are the ones that are going to matter more, and the regulars will kind of generally do busy work, kind of like what we saw with Tamatoa the Crab and the stock market game during the Nest. I think they'll always be relegated to stuff like that at this point. Rack and Aguero are exempt. Also, Aguero is intelligent, and Shibisu is exempt because Shibisu is intelligent. So I always believe that Shibisu will be able to contribute with his brain.
Yep, the GOAT. Yeah, you're right. Best
question.
Character.
Do you think Elaine still stands at above a lot of these other regular princesses still in terms of power?
Like who? Like Endorsi or something?
Endorsi and actual.
I don't. I think she's stronger than maybe Anak. I don't know about Lalal and Shalal and Dorsey at this point. I would have told you yes before, but for the sake of the story, they'd probably have to be comparable. And yes, Star Destroys. That's the first thing I pointed out. There's suspendium in her hair, keeping her hairstyle up and curly. I think that's super dope. In a perfect world, all the extra regulars would have been killed off by now, or at least just on their own journey, and we don't care anymore. Well, all right, see you at the top, and then maybe the top, you don't see them. I don't know, but yeah. Sorry, what I got derailed. What were we talking about?
Just Elaine.
Yeah. Elaine is somebody in my head is very powerful and should be very powerful and but you could I remember a line being said that it's she's not fighting at full power. She's just kind of the weapon needle inventory was just something she used to because she was the emperor of the name hunt station. So being free like this would allow her to fight. But I just think for the sake of the story, he's not gonna make her as strong as the Lopobia Princess Twins and Dorsey. I think it would make sense, despite knowing her age, the fact that she had the aptitude to become one. I think it makes sense for her to be on their level, but I don't think he's gonna do it personally. I wouldn't even be shocked if Anak is stronger. Go ahead though.
I think she should be stronger than them all by quite a bit, honestly.
So do I. Well, again, so do I in my rational brain.
Yeah, because wait, she was a D rank regular, right? Was she the leader of the E?
She was one of the strongest D rank regulars, along with friggin' Sachi Faker and whoever the other bozo was.
Yeah. So when Bam fought her, I like honestly had her at like high C rank, maybe even like low B rank level. Honestly, at that point,
She got a lot of good techniques too. She was gifted the Grey Wolf veneer, and she can switch places with it.
she has
Its teeth
that
are
can
strong
bite.
enough to pierce through a ranker's skin, and it doesn't stop bleeding unless she commands it not to stop bleeding. I believe so. It's kind of
And she has
crazy.
an armor inventory, which is rare for even rankers. Like her, like all her, like she, like her goods are like insane, and she has great skills to match and like a lot of experience.
Yeah.
Like she's really hard to beat. And honestly, I don't know. Anak is so hard. It's been so long. I just don't know like where she could be right now. 'Cause I know at least we saw in Dorsey and Hats fight the princesses, so like that's a little bit easier to gauge on that side. But Nak is such a weird one now because it's been so long. But I want to always say she'll always be comparable to like Rand or something and
Yep.
Dorsey.
I would like that. I hope that's still the case. All right, let's get to it. Inside the Lopopia mothership's family storage, inside the dark bowl fishbowl. Snake, you poor creature who opened eyes to forbidden emotions by cutting your own tail, recreating 2 strands of hair for eternity. The Slayer candidate and his party stole your precious thing. Go. They are on the top floor of the family head's hotel. Kill them. Kill them and take back your precious belonging. Then the family head himself promised to give you what you wanted. Mm. This is why I think he's so confident. Whoever this person is, individual is, with all these snakes or whatnot, I think they got the goods to deliver. I think they're scary. I think they're going to be hard to deal with, comparable in strength and whatnot. To if not actually in my head, I think this guy's probably a blue hole. Maybe I don't know, but yeah, I think it's part of the reason why Trauma Ray was so calm right now. I think he wants, and again, he's still actually supposed to be testing Bam, so I think he does want Bam to be pushed by strong
Yes.
characters and whatnot, not just some like menial regulars. So yeah, man.
I
Sea
mean,
Snake is go on.
oh, I was gonna say, I mean, that's niggas that been gassed up. If Trauma himself sends you over there, pretty sure it means you're between Trauma sending him over there, and then whoever's talking to that nigga being like, listen, hey, the low what you always wanted, and it's pertaining directly to Trauma and Trauma knows who you are and calling you out specifically for this thing, and he's like, listen, no matter what y'all do, it don't really matter. Everybody really fucking dying. It's already fate has already been decided. Type beat. So not counting against Bam, I think that nigga's washing everybody, beating everybody that we come up against.
Yeah.
Isn't a blue hole one of the old niggas that's like ranker level, but they didn't really
Forgotten by
call?
time. Forgotten by time. So we have no idea.
Yeah,
They could be any level of strength. Stronger
yeah.
than high
So
rankers, weaker, about comparable.
yeah, this Nick, the way Charm moving, this is definitely like him being like, I don't have to lift my finger because I already know like what I set out is going to happen. Basically, type beat.
So yeah, we'll see what this guy's about. But he had a lot of contingencies and little things here. Like I said, checks and balances to make sure that things go the way he wants. Like I'm gonna give him credit where credit's due. Charmeray does seem to have an overall general plan. So
He's been doing a lot better since we came back, honestly,
yes,
as a
yes,
character.
I would say his stock has risen since his return. Unfortunately, still with the worm and the ash in the cigarette, Gus Dang just catapulted himself definitively above him. Not that I thought Traumare was ever cooler than him, personally speaking, but everyone's to each their own. I'm not mad at people who like.
I like Charmra's like I like colorful characters like in like vibrant colors, and he like screams all that. I liked him. He grew on me more and more. But Gus Dang always been top tier. But the way he was just like, bro, Gus Dang actually yelled for a second. I was like, oh, this is moving me. This nigga like was always calm reading books, and you never see him out of character. But he was like when he was put on that show full time. I was like, oh yeah, yeah. This is Gus Dang.
Honestly, Gus Dang literally smoking his enemy was raw. Put him in a pack. Yep, it was incredible. But this chapter to me was like a 9. It was really good. I liked it a lot.
Very good chapter.
I thought that a lot of the stuff that not just I hate though I hate setup chapters. I thought he kind of executed some stuff here. We got a bigger picture with the mom, some of the other candidates. It was funny. Reintroduced to Dorsey and Bam reunited. All those kind of things. I like what I'm seeing, man. We are moving in the right direction. He's been in the kitchen. He's been whipping up a good meal. I like what I'm smelling.
I
I
have
haven't
one
tasted it
last
yet,
question.
but I like what I'm smelling. Go ahead.
So, Mr. Sea Snake was in a fishbowl, which I'm pretty sure is usually used for Shinwanri. Wow, not Shinwanri. Sorry,
Animal.
Shihei.
Oh,
Shuhei.
yeah. For sure is, yeah.
So, is this guy an actual Shuhei, or is he like a human fused with the Shuhei, or is he just a dangerous like member of the family
It
that's
was
like
it was said
monsterized?
it was said that earlier that we need a better translation for that last part, and I agree with it. I don't know what to do with that part yet. We need another translation for the
Yeah,
snake guy because it's very confusing. Were there any hood scans that have like a translation? I might look at those. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's one of those things where I'll understand when I read it when I kind of rap. I don't know what they were trying to say there, honestly, because in my head it's like, yeah, he's the guy, but maybe whatever they talked about his snake hair, cutting it in two and it multiplies endlessly.
yeah, that was said
Maybe
really
that's
weird.
the actual anima or whatever. So
Yeah,
you know what
phrased
I'm saying?
extremely weird. I'm like, is this like some Hydra stuff? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's interesting to see. Bam left Uber channel weak at the knees. Yep, the setup was good, and I hope you get more princesses. Yes, I hope. All we need right now. Thank you for the follow, J Money. We need execution. Execution. We've done the bit of
That's the key part.
the groundwork and the foundational pillar has been set. I trust it. It's sturdy enough. Now, what structure are we going to build upon that? That's the real test for SIU. And as I think E said this earlier, or maybe it was you, Miles, consistency. That's what matters right now. Consistency and executing on the concepts. That will
I think that
that
was East.
that's what will get me to be like clap clap bravo, you know.